lot of people who join karate are individuals. There's very rare where you get 2 or 3 people coming together. And the way people mix is fantastic. We've all got a common thing, and it's karate. Just enjoy coming and being part of a happy family, a team. That's it! That's that. My name's Keith Burns and I'm the chief instructor at Kaizan Karate Club. My main influence was Bruce Lee. I had lots of posters on my bedroom wall which really pushed us towards the martial arts. One of the reasons I got interested in the martial arts, karate in particular, was a friend of mine wanted to join the karate club at Ashton. So I went along with him one night, no intention whatsoever of joining karate, and I absolutely loved it. And from that day till now, which was 1979, always done karate. It's been a big part of my life. Lucky enough to join Ashton Karate Club, which I was a member of for 36 years. One of the main influences for me karate was my instructors. I had 3 instructors at Ashton, which was Sensei Ian Willis, Sensei Bill Young, and Sensei Matty Hall. They had helped mould me into the person that I am today. Ian Willis still trains, he's got his own club. We meet up quite regular and train together. And it's great to have that connection with them still. When I first started training, it was quite raw and brutal. So you'd have adults in the class. There wasn't many children. I think I was one of the first children to train at Ashton when I was 13. Huge impact on my life trying to fight them, these people that were giants compared to me. But that's what made us who I am today. I competed for numerous years, winning kata and kumite competitions. Started coaching when my daughter started competing. I was helping her through kata competition, kumite competitions. She was selected for the England squad, so I watched her through that. And then, probably 2012, I was made redundant from work. Never looked back. Love teaching karate now. It's absolutely fantastic. Get up on a Saturday morning, going through the Gateshead, having 40, 50 kids looking at your smiling faces, and we'll just run through the session. And the buzz that I get as they're leaving, and seeing them come back week after week is fantastic. Seeing them through gradings, some of them are now competing. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The basis of karate is split into three different things: kata, kumite and kion. Kion being the basics, the combinations that we use. Kata, which is like the forms which are used to help teach, develop and compete with, and then kumite, which is the fighting. When I first started the club in 2012, it was starting from scratch, so I had no students, no members, nothing. It was like sort of finding a new venue where I could teach karate. And the first venue was at Kilmworth. Started that in March 2012. I remember it was a Monday night. I'd put lots of flyers out, really excited. The hall was packed with new people buzzing to learn karate, and it was a great feeling. And then you came back the following night and there was like 3 people there ready to learn karate. But that's what spurred us on. We like kept going and going. It's great to see the kids develop, more juniors starting, we had a few adults join the club. It was a good basis and it gave us a good grounding for how to organise, how to push and develop another club. I then decided we would start a club at Warbottle, which unfortunately wasn't a success. It just didn't take off, and that was the biggest disappointment I probably had of the karate, was thinking I was a failure for that. But then I started Gateshead. Gateshead had had a successful karate club for many, many years, and I went to Gateshead, asked the manager, can we start training? Yes, that's fine, went in. And again, it was like 3 or 4 weeks in, had a couple of beginners, and then after another 4 or 5 weeks, there was nobody in the club. And I was really disheartened. I thought, oh, this isn't working, I'm going to just forget about it, pack it in. And the wife says, look, give it another couple of weeks, see what happens. And then a good friend of mine who trained years and years ago, John Murphy, and his wife Julie, they came along, decided they want to start karate again with their 2 kids. And from probably that point, the club just took off. It was amazing the success it's been. And the club, the Gateshead now, has somewhere in the region of 75, 80 members, and it's fantastic. Kaizen Karate Club itself has another 180 members affiliated now, and it's just a fantastic feeling to think these people have come through the ranks, they've done their gradings, they've done competition, and it's all down to me and my group of instructors who I help teach in the club.
I'm Steve Borders. I started karate by mistake with you. My son was getting bullied at school. He tried karate, took to it like a fish to water. And he said, will you join in? It can't be that hard, and how wrong I was.
Hi, I'm Emily. I've been doing karate about 6 or 7 years. I got into karate because it was literally down the street from me. I could see the building from my house. I also had just always wanted to try karate.
I'm Dan Beeston. I've been doing karate for about 5 or 6 years. Started karate because my friend forced me to come along. It turned out alright.
My name's Chris Stevenson. I'm practicing karate since I was about 14. I started learning it because I kept getting the kicked out of us in school.
I'm retired now, but when I was working, I had a really bad day, awkward job, awkward customers. Come to karate and take it out on yourself. Good for relieving stress.
Starting karate, I started having a lot of health issues. I can work with my sensei to alter what we're training and doing, and I still can keep making progress. If I just had a fight with my husband to get to go to karate and just be like, oh, he's driving me nuts. It's really cathartic, helps you work through things, but it also enables you to center yourself.
Mentally wise, there's 26 katas in the Shotokan syllabus, and I know all 26 of them. And physically wise, I'm probably fitter now than I was when I was in my 40s. Nobody really takes us for 62 years old.
The whole mindfulness thing, when you're determining where you are, how far away people are, how far one arm is from the other, if you're doing a certain move in a kata, how far your fist is from someone's face when you're doing kumite, that enables you to think and be more centered and be yourself.
Karate's good for building strength, building stamina. I've been on blood pressure medication for a long time, and it really does help to keep that down. People with chronic health conditions like that, you can train around whatever your issue is, and it's a very inclusive thing to be able to do. It's not putting a hell of a lot of stress on joints the way running and stuff like that would. It's good for keeping your weight down, especially if you drink far too much. Your diet's crap, just live on takeaways. At least you're getting some exercise.
Sports like karate are really helpful because there's so many people that they don't want to go to the gym, being on the treadmill the entire time. Not enjoyable for a lot of people, so it's nice to have things like this that help you do something. Sometimes it is a bit too enjoyable to really feel like exercise, but you know, that's a good thing.
Karate gets me out of the house and I meet good friends.
Karate brings something to focus on when everything else in life is a bit nuts. You've got your crew in the club, you know you're going to be there every Wednesday or Saturday. You always learn something new, and so it's mentally and physically exciting, brings something to look forward to.
Karate's cheap therapy. Whatever's going on in the rest of your life with your work or family, it's somewhere you can come along, punch and kick, scream your head off like a maniac. If you leave a karate session not feeling a little bit better, then you ain't doing it right.
I think it brings confidence, not even just knowing that I'd be able to fight someone in the street or something, but in trusting yourself with what you're doing. The social side of it is great. It's a great thing to do.
So at my age now, I prefer kata. Let the kids knock each other to bits with kumite. With kata, you have to have perfect form, speed, balance, and style.
I prefer kata. I can just focus on where I am in space, my progression, how I'm getting better.
I
prefer kata. Mostly the reason why I still come and do the training. Not really here to go and win medals and trophies and knock somebody out. Kumite is useful for practicing that. Kata's more about working on it yourself. Being better than you were yesterday.
Probably prefer kata just because I'm not getting hit in the face. But I do think all of it is important in getting outside of your comfort zone, becoming better for the next time.
club. A lot of people say, oh, your club's doing well. I don't actually have a club, it's our club. So Kaizen Karate Club is our club. Instructors who help all the time, Dan Hall, Julie Murphy, John Murphy, Amber Burns. The club isn't me. The club is Kaizen Karate Club, and every member is part of that club. They're the ones that run it. Since I started the club, it's always been my ambition to have students compete and follow in my footsteps. I've started a squad class where the kids come through the ranks, compete in different competitions. We were lucky enough last year to go to Poland for the European Championships. It was fantastic.
I also really enjoy Kumtai. Did they get that? Did I block that? Oh, that was a really good shot. That type of thing. It's a bit more of a communication thing going on.
Straight!
My gap year when I was working from home, having trouble with my parents, and all my friends were at university. Karate would be the time to get out of the house, get away from everything, meet these great people, and I think that really helped me get through it.
I was 14 when I started training, and right through that period, there were times when it was coming to karate that was dragging us through, was giving us a safety valve somewhere I could let out a lot of the anger and frustration that you experience when you're at that age. I didn't train for quite a long time, and then I hit a bit of a rough patch, probably about the age of 30. As luck would have it, the karate club had just reopened, and I didn't realise how much I missed training until I came back and started again. It really helped me get my head back where it needed to be after everything that happened back then.
I There's so much friendship in the club as well. You get kids who are very shy, who don't want to mix. They'll come to the karate and all of a sudden they're building friends. It's like building community.
I came to this club about 4 years ago and I was given one of the warmest welcomes ever. I've made some amazing good friends and had some amazing experiences with the people I've trained with over the years.
As you can tell, I'm not from the UK, but our karate club is obviously based in the UK. When I started, I was still trying to find new friends, find a group to fit into. I tried different dance classes, yoga class, various things, and you didn't have that same type of community. At Kaizen, we support each other and we want each other to succeed, and that is really uplifting in life in general, having a community and a group of people to get together with, especially being a foreigner.
They're a really nice bunch of people. Said for a long time, my experience with karate generally has always been that they either fall into two camps. You've either got the martial arts nutters or the genuinely nice folks. Kaizen strikes a nice balance because even our martial arts nutters are quite nice people. Guys here who were training me when I was a kid, who are still training now, always happy to help you have a bit crack here. We'll have the occasional night out and we'll go and get drunk. Not an intimidating club to walk into the way some can be.
I think the community is great here. It's amazing. Everyone here is so friendly and nice. And even though everyone is punching each other, it's not mean or anything. The fact that the community is so nice is what helps you keep coming back. Knowing that people will notice when you're not there.
That's my fourth dad, so that's a big milestone. I can't grade again for another 5 years, but Sensei Keith very kindly let us carry on being a sensei. I think I've worked very well with that, and I'm thinking of taking up competition again just to keep everything sharp. Fifth dan grade has to be put to the back of the mind, but there's a lot of work to do for a fifth dan grade.
I recently passed my second dan, so I've got another 3 years until I can do my third dan grading. Competing's not really high on my priority list. I would like to start getting into it a bit more, and I would like to improve my Kumite.
Definitely continuing the training. Hoping to get my second dan when I can. Might still be a while, but in the meantime, I may try and do some competitions. Just I feel like it'll probably help my confidence a bit more as well. Gives us something to train towards.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep training so that I can grade for my third dan black belt in the next couple of years. Be interested maybe in doing some coaching, but I'm not really interested in competing.
Future plans for the club, it's strange because it's like an ongoing project. You can never say this is what I'm planning for next week, this is what I'm planning for the week after, this is what I'm planning for next year. The last 3 or 4 years have been unbelievable the way the club's changed direction. I keep trying to plan what I want to do, but it always goes off in some other direction, and I'm just happy to let it go.